Hello, my beautiful viewers. I am so excited today. I'm going to have 5 special guests that is come and share a little bit about what I have been up to and I have been doing. It's part of our community. We call it the Power Hour community Zoom, but the Zoom is all in capital letters. And it's all amazing ladies and beautiful men from the 2 groups. I've got 2 amazing groups, Diamond Beauties Forever and Tanzanite Heroes. Currently we are in 62 countries. We are 1,800 members strong. And this community is truly amazing. Standing with each other, looking after each other, celebrating each other's accomplishments. I'm the blessed one to be in stewardship of these 2 amazing groups. So my beautiful ones, are you ready? Ooh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Here we go. So my beautiful viewers, my guest is here, and we've got other guests as well joining us. So first of all, I would love to, my grandson is surprising us. Come, my beautiful one. Hello, Oma. Papa, my daughter, have a beautiful day. So my beautiful ones, this is Zachary. He is now 1 year old, my beautiful viewers, and this is such a blessing. Seeing him testing everything, doing everything. I would not have started the show or our special community power hour with this, but now I think it's appropriate. The way that he's testing something to eat and then he tells you he like it or not, or when he falls down he will say, oh, but then he gets up again and he tries again. So I'm so impressed with this little man. He is so beautiful. And my beautifuls, I wanted to say thank you first of all for being an amazing soul, my soul angel. Thank you for all your support. And then I would love to say thank you to Ted for being our golden sponsor. So Ted, before we start off with our first special guest, Cindy, can you just tell us why you decided to sponsor all the Power Hours, the Power Hour TV show, and this community Power Hour as well?
Oh, thank you so much. I don't know where I would be if we hadn't found each other bored on a Zoom a couple of years ago. Little side note, we went to texting each other, found out we were kind of kindred spirits and needed to get together. Well, move fast forward, Sanet has opened an entire world to me that was not available a couple of years ago, meeting incredible people like yourselves, talented, forward-thinking, progressive, everything. And more importantly, she's put me in a position to reach potential I don't think I knew I had, while that her leading the way and pointing me in the direction. So, Sonette, thank you so much. And anybody listening who needs a boost, this is the lady.
Thank you, Ted. And Ted, thank you so much for being our sponsor. I know you are sponsoring us for 8 shows. I gave you 2 extra shows, but I'm going to give you 2 extra more so that you are 2 months our golden sponsor. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So my beautiful viewers, I've got the privilege and the amazing honor to introduce Cindy to all of you. Cindy have changed so many people's lives in our group. She's also one of our Mrs. Spots, our seasoned Mrs. Spots. And Mrs. Spots is all about keeping a space for ladies, any lady, to come in and be seen and be heard. So my beautiful Cindy, thank you so much for being my friend. I'm truly honored to introduce you and say to you, take it away, my beautiful one, take it away.
Thank you for all that you've said, and just thank you for being my special close friend too. I think what Ted said is so poignant in terms of what you've done for, I think, everyone in this community. I know for me personally, it really catapulted me into owning a little bit more of my story that I was hesitant to share and putting it out there into the world. So that was a huge growth moment for me. And so for that, I really want to thank you. And not only that, just introducing me to all of these beautiful, wonderful, I call them my soul sisters all the time, because they truly are. I mean, this is such a heart-centered community to be in. And I think for a lot of us that are in, and I'll speak just in the healing space of helping others, for me, this was like coming home because when we're sharing our talents with everybody else, sometimes we forget ourselves a little bit. And so this is really nice to have a place where we can go to be lifted up when we need somebody to lift us up. So for that, I'm truly, truly grateful.
Thank you. So, my beautiful one, you are welcome to start and tell us what you have done the last couple of days, weeks. And then also, please, can you also highlight to the in the group your how to people can purchase your amazing book?
Absolutely. Yeah. So very exciting time. First of all, again, thanks over to Sanet. She was my book coach. So I've done a few books. The first book was with Sanet, her book, Soul of a Diamond, and contributed a chapter to that book. And then I've actually met some other, again, beautiful people within this community that also invited me in to be chapters in their books. And then this past year and a half, I met a beautiful soul sister, Roshni Sharma Fleming. I absolutely love her. We met through another group, and we just hit it off. We just had that heart to heart when you get that conversation and you get a really good energy vibe. And we decided, let's just continue this conversation. We had a coffee chat, and then let's continue it. So we started meeting like once a month, just to like say how you doing and what are you doing, and then we're like, let's collaborate. What do you want to do? And so we decided, let's do our own book together, the two of us. And so it was literally a labor of love that took over a year, probably almost close to a year and a half, to put together because we kept brainstorming different ideas. What do we want to do? We wanted to keep it simple. And the whole premise of this book was that we realized that there's so many women out there that really haven't stepped into themselves, haven't stepped into their power, don't know the first thing about how to do that. And so we started talking about how self-care could be that entree into self-love, really to really take care of yourself. And what could we do that would be simple for women to step into that? Again, take one little step every single day. And so we decided initially it was going to be, could we do like a deck of cards, where they pull out something and something that visually looks really good and has a message. And then we decided, let's just do a book on it. And so Embrace and Empower, a Pathway to Self-Love was really the baby that was birthed from the two of us. And that came about at the end of August. And again, with the support and love from Sanet, because it was our first entree into like, what does it take to be, not so much the author, but publishing piece of it. There were so many different moving pieces. And so learning the behind the scenes part of it, what's an ISBN number? How do we get that? What do we do? Can we self-publish? Where do we want to go with this? And so we learned so much. And Sanet was just a beautiful, beautiful coach for us and brought really great ideas to the table. So we decided, again, to make a simple book, our first toe in the water, so to speak. It's simple, right? It's an ebook, beautiful pictures with beautiful words to think about. So a simple word with a picture and then an action. So again, keeping it very simple for those women that are out there like, I'm too busy. I don't know how to get on my list, so to speak, let alone try to get to the top of the list. So we wanted to make it something quick, something easy, but powerful. And so it's words with action, with beautiful imagery. And then Sanet had this beautiful idea. Why don't you do a companion workbook? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like, yes, light bulb moment. Of course we need to do that. So when you purchase the book, when you get into it, there's a link to a free companion workbook. And so this is where we expanded more questions for you to start really doing your own reflections of what it's going to take for you to, again, step into your power, step into more of your authenticity. Because I think, again, there's so many messages for women in general. I say in general here, but this is something that I've learned over the years, is that there's a lot of negative messages still to this day about how women are supposed to behave, how they are supposed to behave in the household, in industry. Things are changing, but we still see it out there. You know, like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, I go back to some of these old adages, like girls are supposed to be nice, like everything, like sugar and spice, right? And so there's this whole conditioning, programming, whatever word you want to say, in terms of how we're supposed to behave. And so what we want to do is be able to break out of those old paradigms and be able to have moments where we can hopefully help another woman, again, step into who she wants to be, not who she thinks she's supposed to be or should be. Heaven forbid we should on ourselves. Oh, then we're sitting in a big pile of should, and who wants that? It's pretty stinky. So it's really, again, getting that freedom, a step into being who you want to be and who you truly are. And so it's been an exciting adventure. And I'm so delighted that we just launched this. It's been a little over a month. And we've had people purchase already globally, which has been awesome. Not only that, I can really thank all of this community, my soul sisters here who came to, we threw a launch party. We had a lot of fun. We gave out some prizes, which was, again, just a great idea that Sanet brought to our attention and said, you should throw a launch party. I was like, oh my God. You know, so just learning along the way of things that we could do to be more inclusive and really embrace people, to say, come in, be a part of this, share with us. And I'm so delighted and grateful for everyone who came to our party, for everyone who has already purchased the book. We've gotten some incredible feedback. We beta tested, I could say some of my soul sisters here, I went out and beta tested it, and we got some really great feedback. But then after launching, just some of the comments and reviews that we've gotten have just been spectacular of how it's actually moved women already. Like I said, simple but powerful. And so I can't thank you enough, Sanet. I can't thank all of my soul sisters here that were supportive. I know Roshni's not a part of this, but I can't say enough to my, soul sister Roshni. Her and I have just had such a delightful, fun, beautiful heart, soul to soul connection and beautiful time creating this and putting it out to the world. So thank you for letting me gush on it. Because it's real. I mean, really, it's such a proud moment for me to be able to put this out to the world. And I'm really looking forward. We're already doing videos of how we can get it out there even more and talk about it and do little workshops. We're already talking about maybe putting it in paperback so we can expand upon it. Maybe even make it into more of a journal type of thing so that it's even bigger and broader, and maybe even going into a second or third edition. So we're already looking at ways that we can, expand upon it. So again, I just want to thank everybody from the bottom to top, all of my full heart, for everybody that has been supportive of both of us on this journey. So thank you.
Thank you. So my beautiful viewers, if you click down below, all of my amazing 5 special guests, all their details is down below, but also Ted's information is there as well. And I am going to throw in Julie and Nina and Julie Diaz details in as well. So please just click on the link below and you will be able to go and purchase Cindy's book. Her book link is there. Ted, your book link is there. Nattolie, your book link is there. I think that is what the links is there. And the little one is now a little bit he doesn't want to sit still anymore. He sit and listen to beautiful Cindy. So I am going to quickly introduce Christina. You are next up, my beautiful one. So Christina, also one of our amazing Mrs. Spots that's changing so many people's lives, but not only in the group. Christina, I know that you have done so many for so many families around the world. Thank you for being who you are, and please continue what you are doing. So Christina, I'm going to mute myself. All over to you, my beautiful one.
Thank you so much for this introduction, Sanet. Thank you for having me. I'm so grateful that we have this connection also with all of you on this call and beyond. I'm really honored. And you, Zach, the little one. He's grown so much. So I have the immense honor to be also coached for my book project by Sanet. And this has been like a long time coming. I've always wondered, well, you know, there's so many books out there. Everything has been said, right? In one way or another, or hasn't, right? So finally rolled up my sleeve when I met Sanet, and she offered her support, and we're working on an amazing book about trauma, which sounds very heavy, but like this one has a different spin. The goal is really for people to finally enjoy the immense gifts they have been coming with, right? All our struggles, two sides of the coin, have on the other sides our gifts. So let's freaking get through those struggles that, in my understanding, are tied in with our generational and childhood trauma. Let's go through them, grow, learn, have our insights, and share our gifts. So what you won't get from me in this book is another trauma book where I pity you, or where I support you to feel sorry for yourself. That's not the book for you then, right? I have a big heart for all of us and a lot of compassion. Yet with Rumi's words, compassion is not to limp in front of the limping. So let's roll up our sleeves and do it. You know, this life is a precious opportunity. And if you want to find the gifts in your struggle, you need to really live with an intention. And usually that, oh, thank you. Usually that intention comes from a soul level. I truly believe we're souls that are walking in human shoes and dealing with quote unquote human problems that are deeply connected to our soul's journey. So that will be the other aspect in that book that is probably unusual for a book about trauma. What I'm trying to do in each chapter is giving you a quote, a piece of my story or my client's story, then some background from psychology, and then tools and exercises. So that each chapter has a, I don't want to call it a homework, sounds so school-like, like an invitation to reflect on something or do something, write something, create something. And I will share some of my story. It's really connected and inspired by my father's death this spring, that I finally said, it's time. It's time I want to write this book. And so the part of my story will mostly be tied in with my connection to my father, which in childhood was pretty horrible. And we came full circle. And I'm entirely grateful for all the work that I did and that I was able to also do with my father, so that we could come full circle and I could hold him on his last breath with all the tenderness in my heart and complete peace between us. And when you read the book, you will maybe understand more why that is really a big deal. Yeah, I think I could introduce some of the chapters, but I think I gave you maybe a good glimpse into it, right? I will discuss consciousness. What is consciousness? And why is it so important to balance our thinking, feeling, and action taking, right? To not emphasize one part of my intro, right? I'm not going to pity you and make you feel small and victim-y. That's pointless. We can't grow there. While this is also true, it's not a place where we can thrive and grow. So we can't just dwell in our feelings. We also can't just get stuck in our thinking and rationalize everything and think we can handle life from there. And we also can't just take action without proper feeling and thinking through it. So it really is like a well-oiled machine, or like a car, gas pedal, brake, and clutch. If you still know what a stick shift is. That's how our consciousness is built and wants to be balanced. You will find quite a few tools. I will have 15 tools for you to explore, and also a workbook that was inspired by Sanet that will include more tools where you want to dive deeper. That will be then connected on my website. I will let you know, so that you can find what works for you, because this is not a recipe book, right? We need to figure out which tool works for me. How can I calm my nervous system? How can I calm myself when I got triggered? Because life will always throw us some curveballs. That's what it's there for. It's not meant to just be a walk in the park. That is, I sometimes wish it were, but then, who are we kidding? So there will be a lot of nuggets. Also, the differentiation between, is it care or is it cure, right? What is caring, self-care, self-regulation, and where do we really go to the root of problems and release them with a very special modality called new decision therapy that really goes to the root of things. So there are a lot of nuggets that I think you will enjoy, and that will be hopefully, I pray, helpful for you and your journey, so that you can harvest the gifts that your struggles are holding for you.
Wow. Thank you, my beautiful Christina. This little man is so busy. So my beautiful ones, witnessing and experiencing this beautiful way that Christina have put her soul on this is truly magnificent. I cannot wait for you to read her book, her story, and also to know exactly what this beautiful lady had to go through to be able to do this. Incredible. Thank you, my beautiful Christina. I am super proud of you. I love you. So my next speaker is going to be Nattolie. Nattolie, thank you so much for everything that you are doing. You are showing up. You are showing others. If you are in despair, you can always reach out to others. I love that you have a new group that you are supporting, and people can come to you and to the rest of your group. Just keep on doing what you're doing, because you will always be blessed by God through that. So my beautiful Nattolie, if I can give it over to you, and then after Nattolie I will introduce Marie, and then after Marie I will be introducing our beautiful pink lady, our beautiful Tammy. So Nattolie, all over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for your beautiful encouragement, as always, Sanet. What an honor to be here and to share, to have space to share. The message I got today was trust the tapestry. And I put this it's a bodysuit, and I literally was saying I have my David Bowie glasses before you played it. I just didn't say it. And yeah, I tend to receive some information. So the group that at the end of a very long process, I wrote a book called Unsilenced, Use Your Voice, Words Hold Power, which is my true story. And that was a 10-year process to write it and to heal. And, you know, I'm really seeing, like Christina, the circuitous fashion of healing, and just how everything, you know, meditating on my life for 10 years, having the time, being supported, being in a safe place to do that. The spirit of truth is who I depend upon to flesh out the lies. And it was amazing to me how many lies I had believed. I was completely unconscious of certain things. So my group is called, it's called Survivors Unite Club. And it's just a little group. I'm not really promoting it that much. People are organically finding it. And it's all based on facing the truth. And really my mission is to assist people to share their secrets, to unburden from secret keeping. My goodness, there's so many thoughts, so many directions I could take this right now. But I'm going to read a poem, because one of the secrets that I kept for many years was that I was an alienated mother from my children, and I was separated from them when my son was 2 and my daughter was 4. And that was many, many years of my abuser at the time. You know, he was a wounded being, and so was I, keeping me from them. But it's only really in the last 5 years that I have come out with that, with, you know, that I was had went through domestic violence, and that to this day, it's been 19 years. My son's birthday is October the 1st, and I bought myself, I honor myself. I bought myself these roses, and, you know, even if others do not honor us, we can honor our journey. We can honor ourselves. And I'm going to read a little piece of writing that, thank you for the hearts. Yes, it is, parental alienation is something, another movement that, thank you, Sanet, another movement that I'm just launching is called Being a Hope Dealer. And because of what I've healed from, what I live with, there are many alienated people from their kids, but many of them take their lives. And I want to, of all the hard positions people are in, to just be a beacon of hope, and that comes from God. So it doesn't come from me. I've been given the strength to have joy and to heal and to be okay, no matter what. So here's my little piece of writing that I feel is a God download. It says, grief has made you beautiful. You wouldn't care so much unless you'd suffered. Alone in childbirth, no flowers, no celebration, no tending. Another part of my ministry will be to take flowers and gifts to moms that are alone in the hospital. So I have many different ministries are based on my own experience, and taking what was pain and repurposing it to, this tapestry of life is purposeful. Everything is purposeful. I'll continue. No tending. The cavernous place I know, but toughness too is built in me. The continue on, no matter what's strong. No quit, not an option, on the table, unavailable. Babies in need, people in need. Their need spurred me to live. I had a purpose. Give what was needed in the moment. overgive, forget myself. All the coping, doping ways not to feel. Yesterday, my heart cracked open again, my gem. That's my son, Jeremy Joseph. I call him Gem, like a diamond. Yes, he's my diamond, one of my beautiful children. My golden husband is on one side, giving me an asked for hug. Destiny, my best friend, Tina Ann, calls me on time, in time with my heartbreak. God provides. My flesh whimpered only a short while. I chart my journey into small town Alberta. I buy roses for myself now to celebrate my gem and myself. I buy chocolates, good cheese, and Italian meats. Tonight, my friends will be with me. Today, I am not alone. Melissa, Janice, and I spoke openly about grief. Today's topic in my Mrs. Potts also. God indeed comforts the brokenhearted. One broken heart recognizes another. So all things work together for good. Thank you for hearing me and being with me and just sharing your purpose with mine. We are intertwined. Thank you.
So my beautiful ones, Natty blew me away because I didn't know exactly what she's going to say. And I knew she's doing something new now, dealer of hope. So my beautiful Nattolie, I love you. I cannot even imagine how to feel when you're not able to see your children. Because I know how hard it was for me not to be with my grandchildren. And like I said to the two ladies, Marie and Cindy, and then Ted joined us, I've got a month and a half here in New Zealand. I don't know when I will be able to hug my grandchildren again. I can just imagine. Thank you. My beautiful Marie, I met you through our amazing Susie. And I love you the first day I met you. You had this incredible voice and that yellow flowers. Everywhere I see yellow flowers, even sunflowers. It always reminds me of you. I love that you stand for hope. I love your voice. I love you, that you are being one of our amazing Mrs. Potts on a Tuesday. Thank you for all your inspiration. My beautiful one, all over to you.
Thank you so much for that, Sanet. And I apologize up front because somebody next door is mowing their lawn, so I can hear it so loud. So I hope that doesn't. Anyways, it's a pleasure to be here with all these beautiful souls. My soul sisters, absolutely. I'm just incredibly honored to be a part of this group, and just I've never ever shared my story before I shared it in this group. So this is incredible to me. I'm just going to go a little bit about, what I do and why I do what I do and etc. And so grief, we've often heard that grief is a price we pay for love. And Garth Brooks said it best in his song, The Dance, when he said, I could have missed a pain, but I would have had to have missed a dance. And for me, I know I would not. I'm glad I did not have to miss the dance with my loved ones. Even though a lot are no longer with me, that it was a privilege to have them in my life. And I don't know how you feel, because nobody knows how anyone feels, because loss is very personal. And one thing about grievers is that I always tell people in my work, I'm a grief counselor, I'm a grief educator, and a certified grief therapist. But we're not broken. Grievers are not broken. We don't need to be fixed, and we're not victims. We're grieving. We just need to be validated, witnessed, and acknowledged. Our grief needs that. I've put my own meaning on the word grief, and I call it gradually returning into everyday functioning is what we're really doing when we're grieving. Who am I? A longtime colleague of mine put a sign in my office, and the sign said, "You are a dealer in hope," and that's kind of stuck for me, and that's what I kind of call myself. And that's having optimism post an event. Hope is a very powerful source of motivation and can help us find our way and our purpose. I have a story, we all do, because we couldn't live life without having a story. And part of that story is tragedy, and part of that story is joy, but it's all part of our story. And our stories become part of who we are. My story is really a gift to help others. And my story is that I started seeing grief for the first time when I was 5 years old, when my baby sister died, and I saw what my parents went through. And then there was 2 other sisters that died after that, but nothing prepared me for at 18 when the rug was pulled out from under me and my mom was killed in an accident. And then I lost my own child, which was another incredible loss. And then my dad died, and he was my rock. So all of this, and I believed for the longest time that our family was cursed in some way. We must be cursed to have all this loss. But I couldn't allow myself to believe that could be true when my father was the most kind, compassionate man ever. So I no longer believe that. I no longer believe we were cursed. It's just part of life. And there's one thing for sure, there's nothing in life that can ever prepare us for the loss of a loved one. It doesn't matter how old they are. It doesn't matter if they're sick. It doesn't matter about any of that. And with every death, there's a loss. And with every loss, there's grief, because it goes hand in hand. You can't love and lose without grieving. And there are many forms of loss, and what we sometimes do in society is we compare loss as if there was some sort of a pecking order into whose loss is the worst. And my loss is not worse than your loss, and yours is not worse than mine. Everybody, if we've loved and lost, it's different to everybody, and it's the pain that you're feeling is no different than the pain that I'm feeling. Whether I've lost 10 people and you've lost 1, or you've lost 20 and I've lost 1, it doesn't matter. We all feel the pain. And my loss is not worse than yours. But grief is an important part of healing. We can't get around grief. There's no way. We can't go around it. We can't go over top of it. We can't. The only way that we can heal is when we grieve. But you can't heal what you can't feel. And so if God gave you feelings, feel them. I tell people, if you have 1,000 tears to shed, don't stop at 500. I've always hated the term closure. Always hear people say, oh, you need to find closure so you can move on. And for me, it always felt like someone saying that your loved ones never existed, so you're closing the door on them. And I refuse to do that. And we no longer use that term. We now use the term integrate, because we are integrating our losses into our lives. We take them forward with us in our memories. And we look to find meaning, and finding meaning doesn't mean that we are okay with our loss. It doesn't mean that we accept the loss. It's just that finding meaning helps the process. But while death is permanent, hope isn't. So my purpose in my life and the gifts that I've gotten is through that pain to help people navigate those oft-times rough waters. My grief educator said to me once 2 things that resonated. He said, you are evidence as hope for others, and you can help others who are now where you used to be. We can't change the last chapter, because our life is chapters, and that's what they are, and we can't change it, but we can change how we move forward. Someone asked me once how I knew when I was done grieving, and my answer was then, like it always will be, I'll let you know if that ever happens. Because we're always going to grieve our loved ones. We're always going to grieve them. And what I know for sure is this: death doesn't have the power to take away our loved ones. It doesn't have the power to take away our hope. and it doesn't have the power to take away our faith. I still have a mom and dad. I still have sisters. I still have a child. They're just not physically with me, but I still have them. I don't allow death to have that power to take them from me. The amazing Jane Goodall just passed away, and in an interview she gave just a little while ago, she said that hope is never lost. Hope is not just a feeling, it's a tool to propel us forward. And grief feels sometimes like a long, dark tunnel, and there's a little light at the end of it. And that light is the star called hope that we move forward with every day, a step at a time, a day at a time. And I write in my journal every morning, and the first thing I write is that I am grateful for another day. And every day we live, each of us, we have an impact on someone else. It doesn't matter how small it is, we all have an impact. And I just hope that I can do that for others. Thank you.
Wow. And you do. You are one of a kind. And I'm honored to love you and that you love me, my beautiful Marie. Thank you for being you, my yellow flower. Doesn't matter which flower, if it's yellow, it's Marie. Thank you. My beautiful Tammy, our pink lady, I will remember quite clearly with your beautiful long nails, you opened that beautiful art box of yours when we had a coffee chat, and I had to run and fetch my art box, and hers was pink and mine with all the art stationery, all the things you can think about. We have so many things in common. But my beautiful one, the first day that you came on to that Zoom call, I loved you that day. I didn't even have a coffee chat, but the day that you came to Emilio's to share, and you didn't want to share, I love you. Thank you for being in my life. Almost 4 years, lady. My beautiful Tammy, almost 4 years. I love you. So my beautiful Tammy, may you inspire more women. You are helping women to find their own feet, their own finances, their own wealth. And I love everything pink about you. So please, all over to you.
Oh, here we go. Go, Sanet, go, Sanet, go. So, thank you so very much for creating this space. I come from a space of sales and marketing. And so it was always competitive, and it's a breath of fresh air to be in this space where people are not competitive, and they're happy to cheer for you and clap for you without you even taking their kids anywhere, or picking them up from the airport, or helping them move. A little bit about me. I'm a mom of 3. I'm a wife. I still make my husband's lunch, and I have an affinity towards people. But what really pulls my heart from the sales and marketing space, and also from the financial side of things, is my mom was a widow at a young age, in her 20s, and she was pregnant actually with my baby brother. And so I experienced firsthand a woman who had to do for herself, raising 2 kids without an income. Those are the days when she didn't have to work, and seeing what she went through. I spent money on coaches, I can tell you. And my mom is the best coach I've ever had, because she showed me how to love, how to give, how to stand tall, and how to clap and cheer for other people without getting any recognition. And so the reason I have my group that I formed, the founder of Women Champagne in Real Estate, is because I wanted women to see women doing it in real estate. I know lots of women who were extremely happy not being married, some who were not happy with their situation, only to come to find out that they didn't really have anything because we weren't, so much involved with the finances. So that space is there for women to see other women doing it. It was an old boys club forever. We love the boys and we love the men, but the women sometimes still get left behind. We're in 2025, and we're still seeing how there's a difference for genders when it comes to income, when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to seeing people who doing things. And we're not talking about, being rich. We're just talking about having opportunities to know what exists. So it's not a space of selling things to people. It's, getting the knowledge. Because, you guys, we all know this. We have people that tell us the best sale, the movie, the restaurant down the street, but they don't always share what's helping them to get out of a really bad relationship, bad fecal score, all these different things. And if money wasn't important, everything would be free. So we need to have money, but we don't have to make that the only thing. So I got out of the sales marketing because I was doing sales and marketing because I can make money at it, being competitive. But then I realized as I grew in my spirituality, my faith in God, is knowing that chasing and running, I posted something about that today, after those things it's a waste of time, because there was things that I didn't actually forgive myself for. And I'm an author as well. One of the books I'm so happy to be a co-author in is Forgiveness is for Yourself, Not for Others. And every time I get to contribute in a book, I'm taking a layer off of things I didn't even realize I was still holding. And then I'm listening to you ladies in the group. I watch some of your podcasts or, YouTubes, and something just clicks. Like, oh my goodness, someone else experiences. Oh my goodness, I never thought of it that way. So you're all helping me grow as well, to realize some things that I have been neglecting, helping me to embrace more of myself and giving myself permission to be who I really want to be. Not what you said, Natalie, what they told me I wasn't going to be or what I'm supposed to be. And I'm so honored to be in this space. So yeah, that's pretty much me, really. It's a little snippet of it. My most recent success, I want to say, is from just being the cheerleader of women and people. I was asked to endorse a book of a lady who is the CEO of All of Media. She owns the international rights for International Men's Day. And we're doing some great things. We're all women, but there's a younger generation of men, 14, 13, that are going to be our future leaders. There's a younger generation of women who think the fame is all on being a TikTok or YouTuber. We have to remember that our stories are going to provide them with that pillar as well for them to see what can be done. So I'm going back a little bit. I do work with entrepreneurs and people who are afraid of sales, but if you offer anything, you're a salesperson. I hate to tell you, but you're a salesperson, not in the little old kind of way of the little sleazy kind of person there that was selling used cars and all these different things. You're a salesperson of who you are. So every time you're showing up, you're selling yourself to all of us in a really organic, natural way. So please, continued prayers and cheers, please, for the younger people that are coming up who don't have the skills for lots of things that we used to take for granted. Having a thesaurus, writing out our multiplications. They don't have a lot of the critical thinking and some of the tools that many of us have. This here room right here is a wealth of knowledge. And I love the fact, too, that we can collaborate. The competitiveness is gone. And now people are realizing, whoa, used to be competitive was the currency. Well, now it's collaboration is the currency. And I'm a big cheerleader and advocate for that. So I just love all of you. Thank you so very much. Anyone have YouTubes or stuff like that, please, I want to subscribe to it. And I'll be looking for information that I can sign up to, emails and stuff. I can't read everything. No one can, but I would love to.
Wow. My beautiful Tammy, our biggest supporter is Tammy. You will see almost at everybody's post, Tammy is sending something. Giving her heart, so let me just quickly pick him up. Giving her heart and then commenting. My beautiful Tammy, You are out of this world, and you still make your husband's breakfast. I love it. Oh, lunch. I love it. I love it.
I packed his lunch still.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much, my beautiful one. So, my beautiful viewers, this was our special guest for today. But our show will continue for a little while. But I want to say, my beautiful viewers, what are your unique light that you are shining out? And how special are you? Thank you to all my amazing... Oh, Tammy, I love your diamond glasses. Thank you to all my special ladies that were our special guests today. So I'm going to go over to Coach Eve. Coach Eve, please introduce yourself and tell us how successful your amazing summit was on Saturday, my Sunday.
Oh boy. Well, thank you, Sanet. My name is Coach Eve. I'm known as the legendary coach, a personal positive mindset coach, hypnotherapy practitioner, voice behind the podcast, Open Minds to Open Hands, and the founder of Open Hands Institute, a proud sponsor and ambassador for the Diamond Moments magazine, the TV show, and one of your Mrs. Spots every Monday, 7 p.m. I love every single little bit what Sanet is doing, and I'm supporting her full on. And shout out to Susie. This is how I've been connected to the Diamond Beauties. And oh boy, I have to say, Saturday, our summit was smashing. Thank you so much. It was beautiful, full with wonderful speakers, coaches, healers. Oh my God, we had dancing breakout rooms, and we had the global award ceremonies at the end, lots of gifts, and we had just a great time. And thank you, Sanet, because your support was amazing. You were one of our distinguished sponsor as well for our event, so thank you for that. It was truly magical. This is not the end. We are keep going. More summits are coming up, more events, and more collaborations with Sanet. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Back to you, Sanet.
Thank you, my beautiful Coach Eve. And I just know that you are going to do so many more summits. And all of you, my beautiful ones, are able to be one of her amazing guests. Thank you. Coach Eve, you need to set up time with Ted, and Tammy, you need to set up time with Ted as well. My beautiful Julie, please introduce yourself and tell us Julie Diaz, what are you busy with? My gorgeous girl, I love all your pictures. They're out of New York. I love it.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm Julie Diaz. I'm a certified health coach, aromatherapist, herbalist, and I have a #1 best-selling book, Conquer Hashimoto's, that I wrote to help people that suffer with hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's, it's a tough condition to deal with, and a lot of women have it, 8 times more women than men. And I just want to help people because the doctors aren't doing a very good job, unfortunately. They diagnose people on average 10 years later after they start getting sick, and that's not right. So I actually started a petition for that. If you guys if you see my Facebook page or my website, you'll see the petition. Please sign it. I have almost 100 signatures, but I need a few thousand, I think, to get any attention. So we'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I'm so excited because I'm going to be speaking at Giovanna's Quantum Wellness event in the White Plains, New York on November 1st. And we just found out that Neil Donald Walsh is going to be the keynote speaker. He's the author of Conversations with God, the series. You guys probably read it, I bet, probably some of you, because those books have been around for a long time and they were amazing. So I'm really excited. So I'm getting ready for that talk. And I'm also doing a holistic health fair as a vendor this weekend. And I'll be signing some books and selling some aromatherapy stuff and some jewelry, crystal bracelets. So my son's going to go with me against his will, but he's going with me to help me. He's so good. He's a good boy. That's my Adrian.
Wow, amazing. Did you see Julie? Beautiful Tammy have put her double hard glasses on.
Oh, thank you. Those are so cute. I need to get some silly glasses. I just have regular giant ones.
Well, I just thank you, my beautiful Julia. I did tell Cindy, since she put her glasses upside down, her hard glasses the other day, I have done my beautiful alien glasses also upside down. My beautiful ones. Do you know what reactions I got from my upside down alien glasses? It looks like I'm crying. Look there.
Looks like a bug.
Thank you so much, my beautiful Julie Diaz. My beautiful Ted, can you please introduce yourself, and then we will be going to Nina and then to Julie Ann.
Wow. What I'm taking away from this is the realization of the incredible void between the male side and the female side of our species. If this was a presentation by a bunch of guys, we would have covered football, baseball, rugby, highlight, but not feelings, not each other, not relationships. It would have been superficial, a fist bump, a chest bump, and we move on. We need to work on that.
Beautiful Ted.
You forgot weightlifting.
Weightlifting. My beautiful Ted, thank you so much for being our golden sponsor, and thank you for being part of everything that we are doing. I love you. And then my beautiful Nina, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what are you busy, my beautiful one?
Hello, everybody. First of all, let me say a few words how amazing Sanet is. She is just a beautiful soul, heart leader. She knows how to connect people, and thanks to her, I met these amazing souls that are here today on the call. I love each one of you. You're really special to my heart. I love your soul sisters. You're really incredible. You're doing amazing work in this world. About me, I'm Nina Maglic. I'm an intuitive marketing architect, CEO and founder of Healing Millions, where we help healers build profitable and enjoyable healing businesses. So my mission is very easy: to help healers heal more people so together we can heal millions. That's also the title of my book, Healing Millions. And right now, the most exciting part is I'm starting an amazing movement, global movement with incredible healers. Thank you, Sanet. Thank you. With amazing healers all around the world. We're really international, from Canada, US, South America, Australia, Europe. We are all going to unite to help people heal and make healing accessible and affordable. And that's the mission I'm on, with amazing, amazing sister souls. Some of them are on this call. I will not say who they are. I will let you surprise next week. We are starting with that community. And I'm so, so excited about that. And that was my mission, because I truly believe there will be no peace in the world until we heal the wounded parts of us. Because hurt people hurt, heal people heal. And we want to have more people who heal and bring peace and healing to humanity. And thank you, Sanet. I found my tribe. I found amazing soul sisters, and I'm so excited to start this amazing global movement. That was my dream when I was a child, to make it happen. And today I'm living it with amazing healers all around the world. Thank you.
Incredible. I've got goosebumps all over. My beautiful one. There's also always a reason why, Brett, have introduced you to me and our first coffee chat, and it was truly spectacular. My beautiful Julie Ann, can you please introduce yourself and tell the folks out there and everyone here, what are you up to, my girl?
Hello and welcome, and thank you, everybody. I've been just like fascinated listening to you all. I'm Julianne. I am in Sayulita in Mexico. First of all, I've just got to say, oh my goodness, you're all amazing. And Christina, I couldn't stop sending you little hearts when you were talking, because you're so on point about books and their purpose, and everything that you said about trauma and helping people, understand that trauma is really just our lessons to help us. And Nattolie, you said the same thing. It's just an echo when you say it was 10 years journey. I was just like, yes, that's the way it's supposed to be. Books are a journey. Books are to help people go through that healing a process. And Marie, oh my goodness, as you're talking, I just want to give you a great big hug. I listened to what you said so much, because my fiance died 4 years ago. And so often when I'm in groups like this and I talk about my fiance, and people kind of freeze up and they're like, oh, you should be over that by now, and I'm just like, yeah, they never die. They never die in our hearts. And it's just, so it was really beautiful. Thank you. Listening to what you said. And I was like, oh, that's gorgeous. And so I said to Sanet, oh my goodness, I have so found my tribe. I'm just so happy to be here. I'm really, I'm overwhelmingly happy to meet such an amazing group of women, and for Sanet to attract the right women together in one place. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to attend more Mrs. Potts meetings and to meet you all and connect very deeply. And I've been a book publisher for 15 years. I've published over 300 authors. My podcast is called Your Story is Your Portal. And that's really what I help people to do, is to understand that their stories is a portal to their life purpose and their soul purpose. And so I just love to be in the company of women that have that realization as well. So yes, I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Sanet, and everybody. Thank you so much.
Wow, incredible. So beautiful ones, can you put on your sunglasses, and then I am going to take a photo and we will say goodbye to everyone. And one, Ted, where's your glasses? Oh, there you are, there you are. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3. Bye everyone.